there are tasks which females are on average slightly better at than males, and there are tasks in which males are just on average slightly better. Of course, it's a huge overlap. There's a huge standard deviation. So this is something where if you take every human, then you see a difference. But if you take an individual, you won't be able to say you're a female, so you're bad at this type of task, because the overlap is huge. So that's one important thing. And so the interesting thing is, and I don't say this because I'm female, but the interesting thing is that males seem to only be good in spatial tasks, while females are much better in every other task. Fine motor skills, verbal skills, emotional memory, face recognition memory, every memory you can roughly imagine. Females are better than men on average, while men are better only at the spatial aspect. But the interesting thing is that then these two types of memories are then also modulated by the acute occurrence of hormones. So when you look at our females, and look at females who do not take oral contraceptives but have a natural menstrual cycle, what you could see is that at times when they're high in hormones, so estrogen and progesterone, so that would be the third week roughly of the menstrual cycle, at that point they are better at these female tasks, and they are correspondingly worse at male tasks. But for that, when they're in their so when they actually have their menses and they're really low in their hormones, it flips. So now they're better at the male tasks and worse at the female tasks. And interestingly, once after a talk, a woman actually came to me and said, "Oh, it's so true. I actually notice it when I have my menses, I can park my car much better." It's a spatial task, so it would kind of make sense. But at least what we could show is that the sleep effect, so that you see as a positive effect of sleep on memory, that effect on these female tasks is only present during the high estrogen phase, and it's not present in the low estrogen phase. So you could say, if a female is learning this type of task, there are certain times in their period where they will not benefit so much from sleep, so it's not as important. However, it's always, I would also, of course, be difficult to really apply our type of research into real life knowledge, because sleep in general has a lot of other very positive effects, so that's why you should always sleep it up, please. But you do see this kind of variation, and the interesting thing is you now look at women taking oral contraceptives, so they're taking now, actually they're kind of enhancing naturally, not naturally, but they're just enhancing how much hormones they have, that these females are so good in these female tasks, so they're better than normal females, non-oral. Actually, nowadays, women taking oral contraceptives would be normal because that's the average. But at least though they're so good, they also don't benefit from a nap anymore because they're not just so good from the beginning. So in a way, you could then say, but I don't want to say that, but you could say that the pill is a cognitive enhancer for certain type of memory tasks. But the problem is that we didn't look at the male tasks, and so it could be that the pill actually inhibits male tasks, so like spatial tasks. But that's why I would never say take oral contraceptives to be better in any cognitive task, but because you're probably actually kind of having a trade-off.